Waste management, now this is the name of the company, provides waste management, environmental services and runs landfill sites and energy plants, again in the US.
Yep, so this is a Houston, Texas-based company. It is very similar in scale, so around that $34 billion mark, but it really is the market leader in the United States. It basically does what Pick It Up does here in Johannesburg. It collects physical municipal waste, has its recycling sites, and also then generates electricity from the landfill gas in many cases.
So it's about $7 billion smaller than Ecolab, with a market cap at $27.7 billion, trades on a PE of 24.5 and a dividend yield here of 2.6. Let's start with the share price graph, which will give us a comparative with Ecolab.
Had a little bit of a slide at the end there, but it's also doing well, and its all-time high was $67. So that's that spike you can see there at the end of 2015.
Could you tolerate a 27 PE here?
Well, yes.
Or
I mean,
24 PE, right?
Yes, and if you look at it on a forward basis, it's closer to about 21 times forward. It's a very defensive, again, annuity type cash flow business. It pays a pretty good dividend for a US company, if you consider what yields are like
at
in that country.
2.6%.
So yeah, I mean, if you look at this company, you referenced Pick It Up because it really is quite similar to the first portion of Pick It Up. They have a truck, they come to your house or your business or your factory, they pick up your waste, they transport it, so they're the logistics company that transports the waste. They drop it at a landfill that belongs to them. Mm-hmm. In that landfill, they recycle the waste.
They separate out the good
They
stuff.
do it. They also then do the renewable energy generation.
So they take it all the way down to the renewable energy space.
Literally from picking up your garbage bag at your home to generating electricity.
Because in the US, the municipalities don't do that garbage collection.
Yes.
So a new suburb is formed. They do a deal with either Waste Management or with Republican, which is their big rival, and then they add additional households to their system.
Are there any big names in terms of shareholding here that we need to be aware of?
No, the founder, though, is quite an interesting person. He's now dead, but his name was Wayne Huizenga, who was one of the US's very prominent entrepreneurs. He also founded Blockbuster, the company that was sold in the old days, the video discs, and AutoNation, which was like a second-hand car. He owned the Miami Dolphins.
So he's been on trend.
He was a fabulous oak, obviously, Dutch-American, and started like 6 businesses that are now huge.
If you had to opt for Ecolab is too expensive, waste management, you like the supply chain that you've just described. Is there anything else that stands out for you?
So it's just a really solid business. If you look at the financial statements as well, really solid balance sheet. There is still a little bit of fragmentation in that industry, but these guys have a balance sheet whereby they can make small acquisitions just to kind of enhance that supply chain. Yeah, it's a solid business. 21 million clients in North America. That's massive.
That's the kind of client
let me just, I've
database
got a
that you
history
want.
with this company. We thought this was a fun environmental trend theme. So in like 2004, 2005, we went sort of shopping around, and waste management was the one we decided it was doing well. It got killed in 2008.
What happened?
Well,
in the financial crisis?
What it turned out is that its business prospects and its valuation are critically dependent on the rate of new household formation in the US.
Yeah.
So when the housing industry in the US was in the dive, because remember all those pictures of new houses in Scottsdale, Arizona, which got built that no one was going to move into. Then
it had a direct impact on its bottom line.
So the reason it's done well since then is because, as you know, housing in the US has recovered quite nicely, and the economic growth's been quite good, and there's been immigration and all that sort of stuff. So
it's
just
very dependent on the economic environment.
It's like a utility, but it is dependent on the environment, specifically with regard to US housing.
Well, we had really good US housing numbers out yesterday, at least. So
on that premise, is it a buy, hot or not?
Yes, it'll be a hot from my side. I think this is a nice way to play that green trend.
Paul, you got your fingers burnt once. Would you give it another go?
No, we do still have clients that own it. I can't remember, actually, as I sit here in my chair, whether I still own it or not, which is a bit bad.
I don't think you should disclose that kind of information. May knock your credibility
so
a little.
on that one as well, yeah.
You are hot on it, just in case you own it.